So, who are you and what did you do today?
I am Alex Moffatt, and I made top four at the prestigious Stevenage Regionals.
Okay, and what did you play today?
I played the infamous Pendulum base strategy, which is known for being a really, really good deck.
Okay, so let's get into the profile.
So, the best part, the magicians. So, 3 wisdom, 3 harmonizing, 2 oath, 2 black fang, 2 poison, 1 gazer, and then 1 pit and 1 janky. So the 3 wisdom, 3 harmonizing are still like the best cards in the deck. Most of your plays still revolve around utilizing harmonizing for rank 7 or 6 plays. Oath is still the best option to add harmonizing back, so you can add something else back off Electromite. 2 of these are still needed for desires and grinding through like other rank 4s to summon off level 4s to summon off harmonizing, obvious for the chronographs, and then obviously for the normal absolute play. And then this one here, it overperforms a lot because it's, the deck has a really hard matchup against like trap based decks game 1, so you want to have a kind of searchable way to deal with a lot of back row, especially before your pendulum summon.
So what does the scale effect do?
So it's, if you have magician in your other scale, discard a pendulum monster, pop for cost unfortunately, and then pop a back spell and trap your opponent controls. So the best combo is obviously discarding Dark One for that, which I haven't done yet, but hoping to do eventually.
Okay, and how was 2-0 for you with desires?
It's fine. Like, you're never going to banish. I mean, you will, but hopefully not.
Sure.
And then on to like the extenders. So 3 Cerebus with the 2 Jackal, 3 chronographs, and then the Dark Worm package, 3 and 2, very standard. The thing that we don't play as much now is the Bis Actors, just because it's generally the weakest extender. Obviously this leads into like Magician Scale if you ever need it, and this obviously is the same for going second and such as a negate.
Okay.
And then one of the better cards as well is the Free Apex, because now the deck, obviously there's 1 Electromite, so you're limited to your plays. If the first one gets hit, and this kind of is a great backup plan, as well as a 1 card negate to easily pendulum summon.
So would you say it's gotten better as the meta, or you play it because the deck's gotten worse?
I think mainly because the deck got hit obviously with the Electromites, but it's still a really strong card. Before, you'd always want to be Electromite in turn and turn and turn, so you'd have now with 1 Electromite you can't do that, so you need cards like this to kind of extend your game beyond your first turn.
Okay.
And then spells, 3 desires, 3 cool, and yeah, basically 3 shrine. All your like really strong cards. With playing cards like Apex Saving, you want more copies of Pen Cool to be able to fix hands when you're only playing with 4 pendulum cards potentially.
Sure. Yeah.
And I really do want to play Jawst Alliance because I like the versatility of searching Pendulum Call or Stargraph. I don't play Stargraph at the moment, but mainly because of the fact that it's probably an overreaction, but because of the FTK, people having more draws and mainly their side deck, so I didn't want cards that lost to that. So hopefully if the FTK goes, I'll be able
That's
to play.
understandable. So was that it for the main deck?
That's it for the main deck. 31 spells, 31 monsters, basically spells, and 9 spells.
So 40 card main deck. Okay, so extra deck next?
So extra deck,
sure.
the 3 Electromites, not really, but yeah, these are kind of backup. This one is really good. And I don't play Zephyr Metatron, so this is the usual play with the Absolute Link. I probably want to play Zephyr Metatron in the future because it's just the 2/5 body makes it a lot more pressure. It's easier to OTK the next turn if they
Did
try
you
to
miss
play
it
for
today?
interrupts. Yeah, but normally a lot of times my opponent's scooped if they have the like the normal free interrupt board rather than trying to play for it, which kind of helped me. And then the only other link card, the Barrel Sword. I did miss Barrel Load, especially against Thunder Dragons today, but this card does loads of games, especially in this deck as it's so easy to swarm the board. And the best play you can do, going second to OTK through like stuff like Ray, is link your Electromite with a Absolute and any other monster, so you can summon the Vortex underneath or here, bounce the Sky Striker link. They'll try to Ray, and obviously you will negate it with the Vortex, and that's game on board. And then for the Odd Ice package, so the Absolute Vortex and then the Media Burst, Meter Burst has seen a bit more play recently. It's actually, I don't know why I wasn't playing it before. What it pretty much does is it makes, especially with Dragon Pit in the deck, it makes Harmonizing basically a 1-card vortex. Because you summon the Dragon Pit, or Harmonizing summon the Time Gazer, summon this summon the Dragon Pit, that's your 2/7s. It's also really good for if you want to, especially against like decks like Thunder Dragon, I like having the Naruto and Vortex as the two main negates, hopefully with Jackal. So this kind of fixes your board, as the Harmonizing will summon the Time Gazer, which can, this will summon like an Oath, or like I said, a Dragon Pit from your scale, kind of fixing your board with the levels you need to make the best negates.
Okay.
And then the other 2 Synchros, I didn't summon them much today, but this is obviously really good for pushing, going second. And then this is for awkward hands, but I might cut it. And the rank 4s, they're all fairly standard and really good. These 2 for going first against a lot of back row decks, and then combo decks, especially the FDK. It's insane. I can't imagine getting FDK'd through this. This is obviously for Sky Striker, but a lot of people will know about it now, so they multi-roll early and it's not as good, and then yeah, game ending. And then the last 2 cards, so one of the rank 6s for the negate going first, and then one of the best cards in the extra deck at the moment is the Utopia Beyond, mainly for Thunder Dragons. So if they do summon them in attack, you just put them all down to 0. The only thing you have to play through is a Titan Pop, but the side deck has to kind of deal with that, and you side out your searches, so it should be really easy for you to kill them that turn, not worrying about them triggering the grave effects, because you should have 8,000 damage on board if they have any amount of Colossus up.
Sure. So I noticed there was no Time Star there. Did you miss it at all today?
A little bit, just for kind of niche scenarios, although I don't think it's as impactful as it was with more Electromites.
Okay.
And then side deck, the back row hate, 3 Denko and 3 Red Reboot. So pure Altergeist, and for Altergeist would take both of them. Pure SS would take this. Like Trickstar SS probably take both of them again. Just, you just want a win button to kill them, because it's so easy to do with this deck. And then the Please Don't FDK Me package. So this is 3 impermanents. Thanks Billy for lending me these. And then the Cherries targets are 1 Firewall and then 1 Isolde. The reason why I have the Isolde and Firewall is because I was scared of the Rom Gomniad. Thanks for Seki for punishing me with that deck yesterday. It probably should be actually a Rom Gomniad, because there is a way. Apparently it's quite easy for them to play through if they have enough extenders to actually get to the full combo. And then the last card is just another hand trap, mainly again for the Rom Gomniad deck to Veiler maybe the PK Link or the rank 3. So I did have to sacrifice a lot of side deck space for this, but I just don't want to lose to these types of decks.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Any shout outs you'd like to give?
Shouts to the whole team, shouts to everyone who came with us the past 2 days. It was a great double regional weekend, and looking forward to doing more in the future.
Sure. Thanks. Bye guys.
Thank you.